Well, hello there, my young readers, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new, welcome. I'm so glad you could make it. Well, in this story, we have a character we haven't seen in a few stories, but he's back. Clifford. Everybody loves the big red dog Clifford. So, if you guys aren't ready, go ahead, go get your snacks, go get your drinks, pause the video, run to the bathroom, come on back, and we'll get started. Stay tuned. The name of this story is called Clifford Takes a Trip by Norman Bridwell. Hi, I'm Emily Elizabeth. This is a happy day for me. This is the last day of school. Summer vacation is here. Now I can play with my dog Clifford. We don't go on long vacation trips. It's too hard to get Clifford on a bus or a train. We only go to places that Clifford can walk to, like picnics in the park. Last year was different. Last year, we went to the mountains. Mommy and Daddy said it was too far for Clifford to walk. So we left him with the lady next door. That night, Clifford was so lonely, he began to howl. He howled, and he howled, and he howled. Until someone threw a shoe at him. It didn't hurt Clifford's nose, but it did hurt his feelings. The next morning, Clifford set out to find us. He sniffed his way along the road. Clifford didn't mean to make trouble, but a lot of people had never seen a big red dog before. Clifford kept going. Nothing could stop him. And then he saw a little old man trying to fix his truck. The man needed help. So Clifford stopped and helped him. He took the little old man to a garage. The little old man gave Clifford a little lunch to thank him for his help. Then Clifford set out again. Nothing stopped him, not even wet cement. And traffic jams didn't stop him. Clifford just tiptoed over the cars. And then he came to a toll bridge. Clifford had no money. But that didn't stop him. We didn't know Clifford was coming. I found 2 new playmates, 2 baby bears. I was having so much fun, I didn't see Mama Bear. She didn't want strangers to play with her babies. She growled. I was in real trouble. Then we heard a louder growl. Guess who was growling? Mama Bear was surprised. She even forgot her babies. I told Clifford that the Mama Bear was only protecting her children. Good old Clifford took the baby bears back to Mama Bear. Then he took us all back to camp. Mommy and Daddy was surprised to see Clifford. I told them how Clifford saved my life. So they let Clifford stay with us. Next year, Maybe we will find a way to take Clifford with us when we go on vacation. Well, that ends our story. This whole story was a really, really great story of the determination that Clifford had to get back with his family, even though his family had taken a vacation that took them out of town. Have any of you all had to leave a pet at home while you take vacation with your family?
Ooh, now that you mention it, little darling, Trifecta, my brother, he had a ant farm when we were growing up.
An ant farm?
Yeah, and he loved that ant farm. He took care of it. He watched how the ants, they actually grew in terms of their family, and he just loved it. But we had vacation that we took every year. And that particular year, we had to go on vacation to go visit our grandmother. And she lives like 3 states away. And Trifecta was so upset. He didn't want to leave his aunts, but he didn't have a choice. So what he ended up having to do was he left his ant farm with a friend who said they would take care of him for him. And he felt better, and he constantly called to ask how it was going. And it ended up being okay. Because when we got back, the first thing he did was he went over to his friend's house, collected his ant farm, which seemed to be fine, and brought it back, and everything was great.
Well, hey, we had to go on vacation, my family and I had a dog at that time, and I had to put him in a kennel. And I didn't want to, but I had to, and I missed him. Even though we were on vacation, we had a good time on vacation, but I still had, thoughts of my dog, and I would call the kennel and just find out, how's he doing? Is he okay? And that reassured me while I was on vacation that it was all right. He was all right. It was great. When we got back, I went and got him, and he was no worse for wear. It was A-okay.
But in some instances, there are some pets that are so strongly bonded to their owners that it's hard for the pet to be separated. It's not that the owners have a big problem. It's sometimes the pet. And that could be some of the reasons why the owners have problems. The pet is so bonded. And that appears to be what happened with Clifford. Because Clifford and Emily Elizabeth are very bonded in all these stories that we have and that we see.
You are so right. Because when they left, even though they left him with some caring neighbors, he still just howled when he was missing them. And you got to understand, Clifford is a big dog. A regular dog, if he's howling all night, that's somewhat, disturbing. But can you imagine a dog as big as a house howling throughout the night?
I would prefer not to, because I would not appreciate it at all. And Clifford actually had a determination once somebody else who didn't appreciate the howling threw a shoe at him. He became determined he was going to go and find his family.
Yes, he was. And the thing that I'm impressed with is he has some serious tracking skills on him.
Well, isn't he a bloodhound?
I don't know. That's a good question, though. I think I'm going to try and research it and find out.
Okay. Now, Clifford, on his way to find his family, he had a few adventures on the road.
Yeah, he sure did. Are you talking about the old man who was broken down on the side of the road and Clifford decided to help him out?
I sure am. And what was so funny to me was when the old man was trying to, give him some snacks to give him appreciation of what he did for him. It said, now the story said there was some snacks, but if you look, that looked like more than snacks to me. That looked like that was an old man's, all his groceries he threw into Clifford's mouth. And that was the snack. That's how big Clifford is.
Now, something else that happened that I thought was, oh my goodness, kind of a situation is when Clifford finally found his family. And in particular, he found Emily Elizabeth. That is who he was tracking the whole time, was Emily Elizabeth. And he found her just in the nick of time. I did not know Clifford had that kind of fierceness in him.
I'm sure that bear didn't know Clifford had that kind of fierceness until she turned around and, oh my goodness, you had a big dog, bigger than a house, growling down at you to the
Yeah.
point that Mama Bear took off.
And left her babies. I can believe that Mama Bear took off and left her babies. She had to be so scared because everybody knows a mama bear does not leave her babies. In fact, she will go to the ends of the earth to protect her babies. And this one, she took off. That must have been just I mean, Clifford must have presented such a scariness because when I, heard it on the story, it kind of made my heart go boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what?
And Clifford has gained my respect. I mean, that was awesome. The protectiveness that he has for his Emily Elizabeth, so I respect him for that, for sure. Well, little darling, that is my time. I will see all of you all in the next video. Bye!
Well, there goes Miss Triangel, and we look forward to seeing her in the next video as well. This story was simply awesome. In short of a better word, awesome seems to take the cake. And I'm hoping you guys got a lot out of it with a ton of takeaways that you can use in your everyday life. Well, until next time, my young readers, I am your little darling narrator, out.